Good morning. What is today's date? The 6th. December 6th. Where's he? It's a little brisky. Really don't need sunglasses, do I? Don't really need it. Oh. So, guess what? I learned. That I have more healing, of course, right? Like, there's always healing to do. So yesterday, I came across a French door fridge, which I've been trying or been on the lookout for it and been working to get one put in my house, and it's been a slight of a headache, but guess what? I got one. Yay for my roomie, my brother. He helped me out, and it came across my forefront, and so then I shot the message and asked for it, but then asking for it was like I had to get the help lined up. So anyways, I went ahead, the fridge was available, so then I went ahead and asked him for help, and so just the back and forth and trying to communicate and make something happen. Everything was going smooth, everything was cool, and then what do we got going on here? A slight detour, so what's this going to be? So anyways, I went ahead and got the communication rolling, and that was a close call. Glad they missed me. Sorry, I'm focusing and watching what's going on around me. Closing the road off. Okay, so, anyways, it all worked out, and then license plate 3333. During that time that I had asked my brother for the help, he had came home, and he wanted to, he was helping. And so anyways, but long story short, basically what happened was we had a moment, we had a trigger. He triggered me, I triggered him, I'm assuming, but the energy went kaput, against each other, or I felt energy and he was overwhelmed, and it wasn't a bad thing. Nothing bad happened. It was just a moment of frustration and overwhelming and of lack of control. Like he didn't have the control that he needed, and I didn't. I had my control, but I started picking up some of that energy. There was a water cord that wasn't stretched enough to go to the sink, and it was just by a little bit of hair. But I will say, being around energy of overwhelming of his energy, of trying to get a better grip of it, because he's working with it, having that, I gotta stay true to myself and say, it's not my energy. That's not my energy. And that's actually what happened was I picked up the energy, and by picking up and feeling that frustration and that overwhelming of him, and I know, him being my brother, I know certain triggers, and so, or his, when he gets a lot for him. And so when that happens, that would put me in a sense of clamming up, not knowing how to handle it sometimes, it could be like that, aggression. Like, and so feeling that energy again made me realize because I took it out on the cord. I pulled the cord and stretched it, and I didn't need to do that. Like, that aggression that I put into it was not needed. And it made me, even afterwards, frustrated, because I was like, that is not my energy. That is not my energy, and I'm not touching it. That's not mine. So I had to step away, and I had to just collect myself for a minute. But then when we got in the car, we were headed to go get the fridge. The energy, the pent-up energy was still there, and so we were trying to talk it out. And like I said, him and I the unhealed me is a lot like him, if that makes sense. I'm on a healed version. I'm healing myself. And he is too. He's doing great. He's working on his healing. But I am in a spot in my life now where I choose love no matter what. No ands, ifs, or buts. Even in pure frustration, I'm choosing love. In that moment, I got that energy, and I caught myself, and I was like, no, that's not your energy. Stop. I said it to myself. I was like, that's not your energy. Stop it. Because I'll tell you this, I have my two girls, their energy is in my house. And so we're all of our energies are being combined into one small home. And so with that, we all have some shifting and some, adapting to do. And I'm willing to do it, and that it's a good, positive, experience, because, yes, there's going to be triggers, but triggers are supposed to happen to heal. Like, that's the only way you heal, is when you get through the thick of it. You know what I mean? Like, the shit. But it also made me realize, when after that moment, so we got the fridge, we talked it out in the car for a moment, and then we were waiting for the people to get there to the house to let us in, even. So we were sitting there talking, and he was able to discuss, kind of get that pent up energy off of his chest. So we were just talking about it, and he was just like, oh, I was having a great day. And, he was having a great day, and he said, things were great. And so when he came to the house, to help me, he was excited to help me, but there was some energy that crisscrossed, and it's okay. Like I said, nothing bad happened of it. But what it made me realize is that him and I have some healing that we need to do. We literally have stuff we got to talk about. Like, we lived together for 18, more than that, because even after living with our parents, we lived in an apartment together in Overland Park. Actually, we lived together quite a few times now that I think about it. The apartment, and then I went downtown, and then he had a house in Raytown, so I went and stayed with him in Raytown for a while. And let's see, I think that's from that moment the last time we stayed together. And then now here we are back when I was in Raytown. God, Caden wasn't even born yet. So, I was 20 years old. 20, somewhere around there. Yeah, and here I am, I'm 41 now. So 20 years difference. In those 20 years, we didn't get our healing done. We didn't, Like, we got to heal. There's going to be stuff that we're going to need to bring up and talk about. I remember, even just last night, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, after yesterday's experience, I remember the young sister, the young little girl that I always looked up to my brother, and I always held on to him in the sense of he's my protection, because he never hurt me in that sense. Like, he never physically hurt me on a purpose, like a true form purpose. Does that make sense? But growing up, and the arguing and the fighting and the rage and the stuff, like people say typical brother and sisters do, I don't know. I don't, that's not typical. that typical of beating each other, that's because there's pain and trauma that was in a household. And it just so happens to be really true that my brother and I, we share the same abuser. From the start. It starts of where our first initial traumatic and pain came into our lives. He's 3 years older than I am, so we decide I was 6 years old when that happened to me? So that would be 7, 8, 9 years for him. So yeah, I think him and I will take this opportunity and grow. Triggers are going to happen, but I think that's what needs to happen. I'm manifesting for my family and my loved ones to be healed, to let go of any pent-up rage and anger, and, you know, just to be truly healed and happy and not full of unknown heaviness. I don't know how else to say it. Because since I've been on my healing journey and on this route, I've realized that I've relaxed so much. My rage, my anger is, wow. I mean, I had the surgery, I had a hysterectomy, 3-4 years ago now? It was 8 months before my heart surgery. So, when I had that let alone did take some rage out of my everyday hormones, because I had premenstrual dysphoric disorder, and that's what it was. Very it was rough. But I actually had the hysterectomy, and when that was removed, my rage went down. But I'd still get upset and angry. You know what I mean? And so when I get upset and angry, I would still raise my voice, or, you know, like aggression, you know, like, I haven't really, beat things up, but, I've taken, a thing or two and, dropped, you know, out of frustration, because of the pent-up anger, and it's why? That is dumb. It's so dumb. We choose to act a certain way. We choose it. I am me, and I choose to act the way that I act. Emotions, we choose to feel them. And so, in my awakening and realizing, okay, wait, I know that feelings, because feelings are real, and we choose to feel it, right? If we choose to feel it or not feel it, that's when we choose to feel it, we literally feel it. That's not the drugs, not the alcohol, not the overeating, the candies, whatever your vice is, whatever your fix it is, that's not the answer. The answer is literally feeling it. Feeling that emotion, sit with it, and then let it go. Don't be angry. I'm talking to myself. Don't be angry and continue to hold on to that rage and that anger. You know, let it go. There's no reason to spend that energy on something so petty. And that's what I'm just learning. And my approach and how I've done things, and then now having my brother in my life on the daily, I want to help heal him and maybe show him my perspective, maybe share my perspective so he can see, hey, my sister does have just another perspective. Let me just, if I could try it this way, or maybe see her way, maybe it will work for him. It's not a maybe. I know it will work for him. I know it. I definitely know that for a fact, because this is, it's hidden from all of us, you know, for a reason. But the positive thinking, the see it, believe it, achieve it, just stuff like that. really dislike it when people want to ride my ass. Have a great day. Alright, well, my brain kind of went calm for a moment. It's a beautiful morning. Oh yeah, so healing my brother. I just really want to focus because he's on my everyday list. I see him now every day, and I just want him to know that the rage he's sitting within, he can let it go. And he's going to. That's my goal, is to help him be more calmer and not feel so overwhelmed and not feel, I want to get him to his zen. I'm going to get him there. I am. And so, but along this ride, I'm going to be triggered. And so this is my space that it's my space to come to heal myself. Because when I do this video or these videos, I replay them on my own time and I listen to myself, and then it's like I am the client now. I'm in therapy, and then when I go re-listen to it, I'm the therapist. And when I re-listen to it, that therapist moment, then I start piecing my ahas. I start, oh, yeah, or forefront, inner source, shows me what I need to know, shows me the thoughts that are connecting. And so it helps me, and I'm like, okay. So it's what's working for me. Is it going to work for everybody? I don't know. I'm not everybody. But I'll tell you this. My brother and I are we're very, very similar in a lot of ways, but yes, different in a lot of ways as well. But I think it could work I know it could work for him. And I know it could work for a lot of other people. So, okay. I am so excited, you guys. I got my French door fridge. I'm so happy. I can't tell you, I'm telling you, but I just can't, I got a nice French door fridge for a good deal, actually, a pretty decent price. And, I've been waiting for it for a minute. Got one little minor, few more fixes to get it to fit properly in the spot where it needs to go. It ain't no thing. I'm not going to let that stress me out, because I am asking for that piece or that part. I'm letting it out of my control, basically, to a degree. I still have a say in it, but anyways, it's fine. Like I said, there's going to be triggers, and this is my space to come to kind of just reel it back in, because I am added in an extra energy in my space, and I am welcoming it. I am wishful in that this would be as all smoothly and easy peasy, and I just know that's not true. And the reality is this has to take place for us to heal the way we need to heal, the proper healing, not this fake phony bullshit oh, I'm healed and yep, I'm fine. No, we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. We're gonna do it. It's a happening. It will happen. Anyways, you guys have a kick-ass day. I'm going to jump off here because I'm going to be rolling into work in the next couple of minutes. And, all right. Have a great one. I love you all. But most importantly, you know what? I love myself. Bye.